So now let's move on to the next part of this lecture, and that is applications of basic proportionality theorem. Here we are going to explore how the basic proportionality theorem helps us to derive some very important results in geometry. So the first is the midpoint theorem, and it says that the line drawn from the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side bisects the third side. So the midpoint theorem says that if we draw any line from the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to the other side bisects the third side. So this line passes through the midpoint of the third side. So let's try to understand this midpoint theorem. If we have got any triangle ABC, now D is any line that passes through the midpoint of AB and is parallel to the side BC. It intersects the side AC at the point E. So we can say that D is the midpoint of AB and DE is parallel to BC. Now what we have got to prove? We have to prove that E is the midpoint of AC. So E bisects the segment AC. Now this is the midpoint theorem, and it says that if we draw any line from the midpoint of any side, let us say that is AB, and this line is parallel to this side BC, then this line intersects AC at its midpoint, which is E. So the point of intersection is nothing but the midpoint of the side AC. So let's look at the proof of this theorem. We have this figure, and if we consider triangle ABC, we have DE parallel to BC. This segment is parallel to BC. We have drawn it in such a manner that DE is parallel to BC. Now AD by DB would be equal to AE by EC. Why? Because we have used the Thales theorem. So by the Thales theorem we get AD by DB equal to AE by EC. But D is the midpoint of AB. So AD would be equal to DB. So this is equal to this. And thus AD by DB would be equal to 1. Let us say this is equation number 2. So from equation 1 and equation 2, what we get is AE by EC equal to 1, because AD by DB is equal to 1. And thus we say that AE is equal to EC. And so we can say that E bisects AC. Thus E becomes the midpoint of the side AC. And thus we have proved this midpoint theorem using the Thales theorem or the basic proportionality theorem. Once again, if you look at the proof of this, DE is parallel to the side BC and DE is also the midpoint of AB. So if we consider triangle ABC, then DE is parallel to BC, and using the Thales theorem or the basic proportionality theorem, we get AD by DB equal to AE by EC. Also, since D is the midpoint of AB, we get AD equal to DB, or AD by DB equal to 1. We put this value over here to get AE by EC equal to 1, and thus we get AE equal to EC, or we can say that E bisects the third side AC. Now let's look at the converse of midpoint theorem. It says that the line joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. So this is just the opposite of midpoint theorem, and it says that if in any triangle we draw a line that joins the midpoints of two sides, then this line is parallel to the third side. So if we consider any triangle and we draw a line such that it passes through the midpoints of two of its sides, then this line which is joining the midpoints is parallel to the third side. So let's once again look at the proof of this converse of midpoint theorem. We have this triangle ABC and we draw a line DE such that D is the midpoint of AB, and similarly E is the midpoint of AC. Then we have to prove that DE is parallel to the side BC. Now, since D and E are the midpoints of AB and AC respectively, therefore AD would be equal to DB, and similarly AE would be equal to EC. So AD by DB would be equal to 1 and AE by EC is equal to 1. So we see that the ratio of AD by DB and the ratio of AE by EC are the same, and that is equal to 1. So we can write it as AD by DB equal to AE by EC. Thus we can say that the line DE divides the side AB and AC of the triangle in the same ratio, and this is nothing but the converse of basic proportionality theorem, and from that we get DE parallel to the side BC. Once again, we know that D is the midpoint of side AB and similarly E is the midpoint of AC. So AD would be equal to DB and AE would be equal to EC. If we divide it, we get AD by DB equal to 1 and AE by EC equal to 1. So we see that the ratio of AD and DB and AE and EC are the same, and that is equal to 1. And so AD by DB would be equal to AE by EC. And thus this is nothing but the converse of basic proportionality theorem. And so DE would be parallel to the side BC. Now let's try to understand one more very important theorem, and this is the diagonals of a trapezium divide each other proportionally. So this theorem says that the diagonals of a trapezium divide each other proportionally. Now what is a trapezium? Trapezium is a quadrilateral such that two of its sides are parallel to each other. So this theorem says that the diagonals of a trapezium divide each other proportionally. Now let us say that we have any trapezium ABCD. Your AB is parallel to the side CD, and that is why this is a trapezium. Now we draw the diagonal AC. This is the diagonal AC, and similarly we get the diagonal BD. Let us say that the point of intersection of these two diagonals is E. Now what we have to prove is DE by EB is equal to CE by EA, or the diagonals intersect each other proportionally. So DE by EB is equal to CE by EA, and this is what we have got to prove in this theorem. Now we are going to do a construction, that is, we draw EF parallel to AB and CD. So we draw any line passing through E and intersecting the side AD at the point F, such that this line FE is parallel to the side AB and is parallel to the side CD, because AB is parallel to CD, and if we draw any line parallel to AB, then automatically this line would also be parallel to the side CD. Now this is the required figure, and if we consider triangle ABD, so this is the triangle we are considering. In this triangle we have FE parallel to AB. This line segment is parallel to AB. So by Thales theorem we have DE by EB equal to DF by FA. This is by Thales theorem, and let us say that this is equation number 1. Similarly, if we consider triangle CDA, we consider this triangle CDA, this very triangle, then again we have FE parallel to DC. This line segment is parallel to this line segment. So again using the Thales theorem we get CE by EA equal to DF by FA. Let us say that this is equation number 2. From equation 1 and equation number 2, what we get is DF by FA is equal to DE by EB, and also your DF by FA is equal to CE by EA, and thus DE by EB would be equal to CE by EA, and this is what we had to prove. And so we can say that the diagonals of a trapezium intersect each other proportionally. Similarly, we have a converse of this very theorem, and that is, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral divide each other proportionally, then it is a trapezium. So the converse is, if we have any quadrilateral such that the diagonals intersect each other proportionally, then this quadrilateral is a trapezium. Again, let us say that we have the same figure, ABCD is a quadrilateral. So given to us is the quadrilateral ABCD, whose diagonals AC and BD intersect at the point E, such that DE by EB is equal to CE by EA. Now we have to prove that the quadrilateral ABCD is a trapezium. So we have to prove that this quadrilateral is a trapezium. Here again we are going to do a construction, and that is, we are going to draw EF parallel to the side AB. So from the point E we have drawn a line intersecting the side AD at the point F, such that this line segment is parallel to the side AB. Now in triangle ABD we have EF parallel to the side AB, so we can use the Thales theorem over here to get DF by FA equal to DE by EB, and let us say that this is equation number 1. Also we have been given that DE by EB is equal to CE by EA. So from equation 1 and equation 2, what we get is DF by FA equal to CE by EA. So from these two equations, we get the result as DF by FA equal to CE by EA. Now if we consider the triangle DCA, then E and F are points on the sides CA and AD such that DF by FA is equal to CE by EA. And by the converse of basic proportionality theorem, we get FE parallel to the side CD. But also we know that FE is parallel to the side AB. This is the construction we have done. So from these two we get AB parallel to DC. Thus we have proved that AB is parallel to CD. And so this quadrilateral would be a trapezium, as two of its sides AB and CD are parallel to each other. Thus we have proved this theorem. The next application of the basic proportionality theorem is the intercept theorem. And this theorem says that if three or more parallel lines are intersected by two transversals, then the intercepts made by them on the transversals are proportional. So this intercept theorem says that if we have got three or more parallel lines and these parallel lines are intersected by two transversals, then the intercepts made by these lines on the transversals are proportional to each other. So let us say that this is one line L, we have another line M, and we have another line N, such that L is parallel to the line M and M is also parallel to the line N, and thus we get all these three lines as parallel lines. Let us say that this is a transversal AB and we have another transversal CD. So AB and CD intersect all these three parallel lines. Let us say that these transversals intersect these lines at the points P, Q, R, E, F and G. So P, Q, R, E, F, G are the points of intersection of these two transversals with these three lines. So we say that P, Q, R and E, F, G are the points of intersection of these two transversals with these three parallel lines. Given to us is three parallel lines L, M, N, which are cut by the transversals AB and CD at the points P, Q, R and E, F, G. Now we have to prove that PQ by QR is equal to EF by FG. So this is one intercept and this is other intercept. Similarly, this is one intercept and this is other intercept on the line CD. So we have to prove that PQ by QR is equal to EF by FG. Now we do a construction, and that is we draw PL parallel to CD meeting the lines M and N at the points M and L respectively. So what we do is we draw a line PL such that this line PL is parallel to the side CD and this line intersects the line M at the point M and it intersects this line N at the point L. So PL is a line that is parallel to the side CD and this intersects this line M at the point M and this line at the point L. So let's look at the proof of this. This is the required figure after construction. Now since PE is parallel to MF, so PE is parallel to MF and PM, this segment is parallel to EF. Therefore PMFE is a parallelogram. So this required figure PMFE is a parallelogram, and we know that in a parallelogram the opposite sides are equal. So PM would be equal to EF. Let us say that this is equation number 1. Also MF is parallel to LG. If we consider this quadrilateral, then MF is parallel to LG and also ML is parallel to FG. Again this is a parallelogram because opposite pair of sides are parallel to each other. So ML would be equal to FG because the opposite sides are again equal in a parallelogram. And let us say that this is equation number 2. Now if we consider the triangle PRL, we consider this triangle PRL. Here we have QM parallel to RL as M and N are parallel to each other. And so we can write the Thales theorem over here to get PQ by QR equal to PM by ML. So the Thales theorem gives us PQ by QR equal to PM by ML. Also we know that PM is nothing but equal to EF and ML is nothing but equal to FG. So we can write this as PQ by QR equal to EF by FG. This is by using equation 1 and equation 2. And thus we get PQ by QR equal to EF by FG. Thus PQ by QR is equal to EF by FG. And we can say that the intercepts made by these lines on the transversal are proportional to each other. That is, PQ by QR is equal to EF by FG. So this was all about the applications of basic proportionality theorem in deriving some very important results in geometry.